E. Da-da-da-da. Thank you.
Here we are.
There's that mic. Oh, jeez. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there's still some ring in that. We're getting feedback up here.
On William.
Yeah,
William's
we can
mic.
probably turn the whole level of that monitor
Way down.
down because
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't want to hear ourselves.
We've heard us before.
Take the fun out of it.
It's still working too.
Bum 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 ba. Yeah, see
yeah.
that's
That's big.
gonna be loud.
Yeah, Tanya was ringing a bit too.
Was it me? Oh, okay, you're miles away from the microphone. I know.
Well, let's do a sound check, shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you. We had to start out with a Irish tune called the Swedish Jig. Yes,
Because why not?
why not? You know.
And because we can't.
I did, yeah. Yeah, just set it down. That would be great. Thank you so much.
It'll be nice and cold by the time you get to it. So on the far end of the stage is Mike Freeman. He comes as a pair with our beloved friend Tanya Opland.
And yes, we have let William and Felicia come between us, but we do that sometimes.
It's like, nothing could come between them except us.
That's true. There you go. So most of the time we play as a pair of duets, but once in a while we get together and we do foursome stuff, which is a lot of fun.
And St. Patrick's
Well-
Day is coming.
Musical foursome stuff. This is a family audience. Well, there's no kids, though, so, you know.
So
A
this
lot
is
of-
fun for us, yeah.
A lot of Irish songs, of course, when we get round to singing with them, are about either, let's see, cheating, drinking, what are the basic
More
subjects
cheating.
here?
More
Horses,
cheating.
but we're not doing any horse songs.
So we'll start right off with, actually, this is a variation on drinking. This one's about moonshining.
Started out with a Strathspey, though.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and well, we like mixing it up with tunes and things. So there's a Strathspey in here, there's a reel in here, and a whole lot of moonshining.
Gather up your pots and your old tin cans, to mash the corn, the barley, and the bran. Running like the devil from the excise man, keep your smoke from rising, Barney. Gather up your pots and your old tin cans, to mash the corn, your barley, and the bran. Running like the devil from the excise man, keep your smoke from rising, Barney. Keep your eyes well peeled today, the tall, tall men are on their way, searching for that mountain tay in the hills of Connemara. Gather up your pots and your old tin cans, your mash the corn, your barley and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Swing to the left, swing to the right, the excise man will dance all night, drinking up to the broad daylight in the hills of Connemara. Gather up your pots and your old tin cans, your mashed corn, your barley and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep your smoke from rising, Barney. Gather up your pots and your old tin cans, your mashed corn, your barley and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep your smoke from rising, Barney. the butcher and a quart for John, a pint for dear old Father Tom, to help the poor old man along in the hills of Connemara. Gather up your pots and your old tin cans, your mashed your corn, your barley and your bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Underground, oh, it's too late, the excise men are at the gate. Glory be to Paddy, but the drinking it made in the hills of Connemara. Gather up your pots and your old tin can, you mash the corn, the barley and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep your smoke from rising, Barney. Gather up your pots and your old tin cans, you mash the corn, your barley and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney.
Thanks very much.
So a million years ago, when I first started playing music with William and Tanya, actually, we did this gig in Bellevue at Bellevue Jake's, and sometimes it would be 12 hours long. It would be 45 minutes to 50-minute set, get 10 minutes off, and then you'd do another set, 10 minutes off, do another set. And one year we discovered when we came back that the year before that, the barman had been selling, had been giving away all our whiskey and drinks that we were not getting to his friends.
I just put it on the band's tab, you know.
On the band's tab. And apparently the band's tab was quite hefty that year. I'd had one shot of whiskey. I think Tanya
Just
had
for the
some
throat.
Coke. And, you know, I mean, but there was like this vast... So they gave us tickets instead. And I think I still have a bunch of the tickets because, you know, we're really kind of a crappy Irish band.
You
We
guys
don't
kind of
drink.
got a little carried away last year. It's like, what? It's like, well, your tab was like 10,000.
It was ridiculous. But anyway, there you go.
I forgot all about that.
So if anybody wants a free coffee, just put it on William's tab, it'll be fine.
So Tanya is not content to play all the instruments. She also had to get herself an Irish harp. And actually this is made locally by a wonderful fellow named Phil Bolding. Thank you. My brain's not working. And he's a player and harp builder. He's a lovely fellow. Lives over on the Kitsap Peninsula. And this is a really old one, and it's just lovely. But once she has it tuned up, we're going to do a little song, obviously.
And we've been doing this together for a long time, off and on, you might notice. And generally, if we've got William on the guitar and Felicia on the bowron and me on the fiddle, you can figure that's one of our early things that we've been doing forever. And the farther away from that we get, the newer it is to us.
That's right. And this one's brand new, really.
Yeah, and somehow I have to get this microphone close enough to me.
Do you need a help?
Around. There we go. Perfect. I can't see any of you guys, but there you go.
They're really beautiful, Tanya. Just believe me.
Near Banbridge town in the county down one morning last July. Down a Boreen green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her 2 fair feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf that I pinched myself to be sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay to Derry King, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I'd seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, I turned my head and I looked with a feeling rare. And I says I to a passerby, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? He smiles at me and he says he, that's the gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie began from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry King, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. She'll be surely there. I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shone bright, my hat cocked right, for a smile from the nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, though my plough turn a rusty brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside sits the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry King, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry King, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. You would have waited a long time if you waited for that sustain to die down.
So the whole point of doing St. Patrick's Day music is partly because it's one of the very few times of year that folk musicians actually get paid for what we're doing. I mean, in large quantities, and it can enable us to live for a couple of months if we play it right. But Bellevue Jigs closed a long time ago. Its stand-in decided to get its floors done, and we've never been back. And so now we're doing several gigs. We're playing here tonight, and then next weekend we're
on St. Patrick's Day.
On St. Patrick's Day, we're going to be in Pogachas down in Issaquah, which is a lovely place.
Pogachas.
Pogachas, that's right. Pogachas.
Ireland,
Pogachas.
Italy, it's,
Actually, on St. Patrick's Day. And then Saturday night, we're doing all this silly nonsense again at the Cooth the Buzzard in Greenwood, which is another lovely bookstore and fun place to hang out.
Stop in at Pogachas. They're having some lovely corned beef pizza. It's a special for the night.
I think they are, actually. The nice thing about Pogachas is I don't think we have to deal with dueling bagpipes.
Which is definitely a step up from doing the Jake O'Shaughnessy.
I just conjures up this image of something going...
What? No, I'm sorry. That's not working for me at all. But anyway, this is a tune, a song and a tune, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a song and a tune
It's a
and then
march.
a song and then some more tunes and, you know.
A march and then a song about more drinking songs, I guess it's.
Because drinking is
about
good,
the
right?
But you'll catch that.
Ireland's national beverage.
This is my diet Guinness. Or gin, depending.
Okay, you guys, kick us off.
Are you ready to march?
Go for it.
Count her off.
I can't count.
Daisy, why 9?
Wait, don't trust his speed. Don't trust his speed.
You count.
Is it supposed to be nice and fast?
There we go.
Drink wine, the English tea, the Yankee gulps his hot black coffee, the child drinks milk 9 times a day, the Scotsman sips his whiskey toddy. Ah, keep your wine, keep your tea, a curse on him who gives me coffee. I'll have Guinness, if I may, it makes me feel content and happy. Guinness! Drunk down with a laugh, let the gentry have their aching livers. Water is alright in tea, for fish and things that swim in rivers. Now the poor man and the beggar too, the poet in his corner thinking, if they had money enough to spend, it's pints of Guinness they'd be drinking. Guinness! Drunk down with a laugh, let the gentry have their aching livers. Water is alright in tea, for fish and things that swim in rivers. Now some go in for counting beans, and some go in for chasing women. The scholar stays at home and reads, give me a pint of Guinness, brimming Guinness! Drunk down with a laugh, let the gentry have their aching livers. Water is alright in tea, for fish and things that swim in rivers. Guinness! Drunk down with a laugh, let the gentry have their aching livers. Water is alright in tea, for fish and things that swim in rivers. Thank you.
Well, this next one is going to be kind of interesting for us.
Actually, Blacksmith's next, isn't it? No, you're right. Sorry. Oh, no, skip straight over the scary stuff.
In fact, Tanya just skipped it and said, aren't we doing this one next? I was like, no, we're doing the scary one next. It's only a little scary. Actually, we've been doing this song for a very long time. And then William had one of those moments of inspiration that would get a lesser man killed by his wife.
Yeah, I kind of woke up in the middle of the night and went, oh, we could do.
He shook me
try
awake and he
that.
says, guess what we got to do? Guess what we got to do?
I did.
No, he really didn't, because he knows I would kill him if he did.
Don't be surprised if we forget what song we're singing partway through here.
Okay. We're going to say for this that, we had a number of requests, but we only have a little bit of time, so we can't do all of the songs that we've been requested. Well, you'll see what's happening.
Most of the requests I get are anatomically impossible anyway. So
That's how you know you're popular, right? That's what people tell me anyway.
had a good day.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm going to be the first to pull out the hurdy-gurdy here this evening. This is usually Felicia's thing, but this was my moment of madness with this song. Ooh, I could do this on the hurdy-gurdy.
Tanya is nothing if not fearless when it comes to putting things on the hurdy-gurdy.
Could get me thrown out of a session anywhere in Ireland.
But so far, not so much.
Everybody knows that the Irish are very big in on Irish jigs and Irish reels, and but there's all these other tunes as well, and there's also the polkas. Irish polkas are particularly
they're a blast.
infectious.
Yeah, they're just one of my favorite tunes, actually.
So if anybody wants to jump up and polka, that's...
And there's a little mosh pit right here. You're welcome to.
That's right, little tiny mosh pit.
Polkas got really, 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 really popular in, I think it was it the late 1800s? They kind of had this
Yes, they were quite scandalous.
craze. Everybody was dancing the polkas, and that's where dots came from. Polka dots. That was like cashing in on the latest dance craze. So,
Okay, we better sing because the Gertie's in tune now.
Okay, quick.
it's like if you had internet dots now, and everybody had to wear internet. Oh, you're okay. Never mind.
Too late. It's out of tune.
It's a tuning thing. It won't last on the hurdy-gurdy. So, ready?
Yeah, go.
1, 2, 3, 4. On we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row all the Barney's way. Step we gaily, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row all the Barney's way. Over hillways, up and down, myrtle green and bracken brown, past the shieling through the town, off in the St. Mary. Step we gaily, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row all the Barney's way. Plenty herring, plenty meal, plenty peach to fill her creel, plenty bonny bairns as well. That's a toast to Mary. Step we gaily
gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row from Mary's wedding.
As a rolling star, brighter far than any star, fairest of them all by far. That's me darling Mary. Step gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row all for Mary's wedding. Step gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row all for Mary's wedding. Ladies, the rose, the dawn, toe for toe. Heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row out from Mary's wedding.
Well, we're not bleeding and nobody died, so I call that a win.
Now it's...
Yeah, we'll play some old familiar ones that we actually know.
The Cruach. Yeah, a set of Realz. The Merry Blacksmith. The Heathery Cruach, as, you know, compared to all the other Cruachs, the feathery Cruach and the
muddy Cruach.
The
leathery Cruach.
The leathery Cruach. This is heathery Cruach.
The slightly depressed Cruach.
The trip to Nina or Nana
or whatever it is.
How
we
is
don't
it
know.
spelled? How do you say that now?
Nina.
Trip to Nina.
Which my cousin Nina had a great time with because she went to, N-I-N-A, and the town is spelled N-E-N-A-G-H because it's Irish, right? But she still had to go visit it just because it was named after her, even if they spelled it wrong.
This is an old tune set. We've been playing this a long time. So I'm going to say that any mistakes I make are because, weirdly enough, I can't hear anything up here. It's all noise.
Noise?
Yeah.
Noise, that's
Yep, I could not hear your hurdy-gurdy. And, that's like
that's hard,
really
that's
unusual.
Could you hear my hurdy-gurdy?
I bet
Yeah.
they could. Yes, they were holding their,
So
wait,
could I.
they were smiling.
We could
yes.
probably do with a little bit more of Tanya in the monitors there.
Just
if
sort of
we could,
overall.
just for... Ooh, there she is.
There's
Yeah.
a lot more. Okay. All right.
I'm putting my earplugs in. Oh, wait. Did I say that at my outside voice?
We ready?
The Irish say that jigs have wings, but reels have hair.
So
Really? Where'd
this
you hear that?
Oh, it's an old.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. What do they say about slides?
will
Slippery the better.
Yeah. Okay, so some reels.
That's back there with the foursome, isn't it? Okay, go ahead.
Quick. 2, 3. Thank you. Well, reels upon reels. Every once in a while, when Mike and I are over in Ireland, we get invited out to some session that we've never been to before. And a lot of them are just really fun, mixed up sessions, all different kinds of tunes. But sometimes we've been invited to a really, really good session. They say, you just wouldn't believe this session. They play nothing but reels all night long. And we sort of go,
Like it's a good thing.
oh, wow, that sounds
So much
fabulous.
fun.
Let me just put a cast on my arm before I come out and staple my bow to my thumb. We haven't been to one yet.
They do occasionally get bored with the music and start telling each other jokes. Felicia said that I should tell you this one, didn't you?
What's that?
You told me how to tell them the Irish joke.
I don't remember, so go ahead.
Oh, well, if you don't remember...
So you won't
that's good.
take blame for it, right?
No, I have nothing to
If
do
you
with
saw
this.
us do a Paddy's Day set last year, you'll have heard this one, but I don't recognise too many faces, so you probably haven't. But I went to a session, Tanya was over here, and I went to a session that I was invited to, and they got bored a little way and decided to tell each other jokes instead. This is a bunch of octogenarians who've been playing together for about 60-odd years. And Crazy Mick, the brilliant box player, said, I have a good joke for you. He says, Paddy gets to 30 years old and he's never been baptised. So he decides he's going to go down to the river on a Sunday morning and get himself baptised. And he goes down there, and a priest's in the water sticking people's heads in there and baptising him. And he takes his shirt off and he wanders in. The priest gets hold of his head and sticks it under the water. Holds it there for 10 seconds, no, 30 seconds, and he says, did you see Jesus? Paddy comes up, gasping for air, and says, no! The priest sticks his head back under the water. For a minute, the guy could barely breathe, and he comes up, gasping for air, and the priest says, did you see Jesus? And he said, no! He sticks his head back in the water. For 1.5 minutes, probably more, it felt like ages to Paddy, and he comes up, gasping, he's half dead, and the priest says, did you see Jesus? And Paddy says, no! Are you sure this is where he fell in? That's what you get at Irish sessions when they get bored. Perfect precursor to this lovely, gentle little tune.
Yeah, and of course, not all Irish music is hell for leather and trying to play faster than mankind can actually hear notes. So we're going to go back to the 18th century and do a tune that was written by Thomas Conlon, and who was a harp player from Ireland living in Scotland.
The tune's called Molly St. George, and she must have been quite a special gal there, because it's an awfully nice tune. And then we go into an obscure song that you've never heard, I'm sure, before. And then an even more obscure tune after that. And we'll be back tomorrow. And, finish off the set.
No, we got one more song after that.
Yeah.
No. This set is so long it'll last.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I'm slow. Anyway, go ahead. You should start without me.
Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. It's you must go and I must bide. But come you back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. For I'll be there in sunlight or in shadow. Oh Danny boy, I love you so. But if you come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead, as dead I well may be, will you come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me? And I shall hear the soft you tread above me, and all my dreams will warmer, sweeter be. And you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I will sleep in peace until you come to me. And I shall hear the soft you tread above me, and all my dreams will warmer, sweeter be. And you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I will sleep in peace until you come to me.
you. We're going to do one more tune, set, and then we're going to take a little break. We have CDs. Both duets have CDs back there. Unfortunately, we do not have a quartet CD yet.
But we do make guest appearances on each other's recordings, so just get whatever looks good.
Absolutely, because we're all over each other's projects. This is a really old, fun thing that we've been doing for a long time. And it's a version of a very well-known song that most people sing very slowly. And, of course, we had to change that because William does that to songs. And it's actually, I love it because I get to play backbeat fiddle on it.
It's a song of great tragedy when where a pub catches fire.
Oh, no.
Oh, no! But fortunately, some of the clearer thinkers in the crowd realize that all of the good stuff is down in the cellar where there's no fire, so they go and have a party on their own.
And you better drink it up because that stuff is flammable, right?
And there's a spot near where it goes, somebody shouted McIntyre, and in theory, you're all supposed to jump and go, McIntyre! But you have to do it kind of quick now. When all of a sudden the pub man rushed his face and shocking white. What's up, says Brown, have you seen a ghost? Have you seen your Aunt Mariah? Well, my Aunt Mariah, me bugger, says he, secretly, house on fire. On fire, says Brown, what a bit of luck, says he. And down in the cellar at the door ain't luck, we will have a railroad spree. So we all went down with good old Brown, the beer we could not miss. And we had been there 10 minutes or more before we all got kissed. And there was Brown upside down, mopping up the whiskey on the floor. And it's booze, booze, the firemen cried. They came a knocking at the door. Oh, don't let him in till it's all mopped up. Somebody shouted, McIntyre, McIntyre! And we all got blue blind paralytic drunk when the old downtown caught fire. McPherson went to the port wine tub and he gave it just a few hard knocks. He started taking off his pantaloons, likewise his boots and socks. Hold on, says Brown, if you want to wash your feet, we've a bucket of 4 ale here. Don't you go washing your trotters in the port wine tub, for we got so much rain here. And there was Brown upside down, mopping up the whiskey on the floor. And it's booze, booze, the firemen cried. They kept on knocking at the door. Oh, don't let him in till it's all mopped up. Somebody shouted, McIntyre, McIntyre! And we all got blue blind paralytic drunk when the old downtown caught fire. And all of a sudden came an awful crash. Half of the roof gave way, and we was in the drown in the fireman's hose. Still we was okay. So we got some sachs of old tin tacks. We bummed ourselves inside, and we started drinking that good old scotch till we was bleary-eyed. And there was Brown upside down, mopping up the whiskey on the floor. And it's booze, booze, the fireman cried. They came a knocking at the door. Oh, don't let them in till it's all mopped up. Somebody shouted, McIntyre, McIntyre. And we all got blue blind paralytic drunk with the old duck. Oh, and there was Brown upside down, mopping up the whiskey on the floor. And it's booze, booze, the fireman cried. They came a knocking at the door. Oh, don't let them in till it's all mopped up. Somebody shouted, McIntyre, McIntyre. And we all got blue blind paralytic drunk with the old Duncan. Oh, we all got blue blind paralytic drunk with the old Duncan. Oh, we all got blue blind paralytic drunk with the old Duncan. Got fire!
Thanks a lot. And if you want to see how the hurdy-gurdy works, Tanya will be glad to show you how it goes.
That's no, Felicia can show you.
Yes, I can show you too if you want.
I'll show you how the harp works. You go twang.
I'd like to see how the drum works.
We'll be back in 10 minutes or so. Maybe 35 or 40 or... I'm not sure exactly.
But it'll be fun.
It is warm up here.